Hi, I'm David McLeod. Some of you may have seen me in previous buyer's guide video. In that video, I introduced the Genesis line of machines from Vibra. The Genesis machines are the multi-motion machines that Vibra released a few years ago. Since that original release date, Vibra has advanced the technology of multi-motion whole body vibration machines even further. They now have 3 different machines in their Genesis lineup.
Let's spend the next few minutes learning about these machines. We'll look at their unique motion systems and we'll see exactly why they've become the hottest selling machines in North America. We'll also look at the differences between them so you can decide for yourself which of the Genesis machines is best suited for your needs. Vibra currently makes the Genesis Elite, Genesis Sport, and the Genesis Kinetic. All of these units are multi-motion, but they don't all have the same motion systems.
I'll explain the differences a little later on. Each of these Genesis machines comes in 2 flavors. There's the base models, and then there's the deluxe version, which have all the bells and whistles. The Genesis Sport and the Genesis Kinetic have identical motion styles. They both offer oscillation motion and spiral rotational motion, as well as soft triplanar motion. The oscillation motion is a high amplitude, low speed motion.
The spiral rotational motion is a low amplitude, high speed motion. The soft triplanar motion has both high speed and low speed movements, and high and low amplitudes. This soft triplanar motion requires both motors to be working at the same time. This was the original motion concept behind their very first Genesis machine. The Genesis Elite is a little different compared to the Sport or Kinetic. The Elite offers oscillation motion, like the others, and the Elite also offers cross-lateral motion, and it also offers dynamic wave motion. All of these motions are high amplitude movements with low speeds. We know that high amplitude, low speed movement is very good for concerns such as weight loss, increasing lymphatic drainage, and for improving balance. So the Elite would be your best choice of machine, if those are the main reason for you to purchase a machine in the first place. The Genesis Elite has a much higher amplitude than any other machine, in fact 3 times more so. It's going to be far more effective for those specific concerns than regular oscillating machines.
These can be used for weight loss, for strength training, for improved balance, increased bone density, increased lymphatic drainage, and for improved blood circulation, since they have a high speed, low amplitude motion as well. So the Sport and the Kinetic, great all-around machines that can be used for a variety of concerns, whereas the Genesis Elite is more focused, dealing with weight loss, improved lymphatic, and better balance. But for those needs, it performs even better than the Kinetic or Sport. It's very specifically designed to be outstanding for those particular issues. The Genesis Kinetic and the Genesis Sport are very similar and have identical motion styles. The Sport is designed for home use and the Kinetic is designed more for commercial use. It has bigger motors and therefore it has more available power. They're both built to be very tough, with steel bases, carbon fiber material, and durable electronics, but the Kinetic is a stronger machine of the 2.
So, if you want a machine for weight loss, improving lymphatic drainage, or for better balance, and those are your primary reasons for getting a machine, then the Genesis Elite would be your best choice. However, if you're also looking for strength training, improved circulation, or increasing bone density, then the Genesis Sport or the Genesis Kinetic would be the better choice for you. All these Genesis machines have numerous features that you may or may not be familiar with. And some of the machines have recently been upgraded as well, so they may have new features which you may not be aware of. Let's have a closer look at those features and explain what they do for you and why it may be important to get a machine with these particular new features.
Vibra invested a great amount of R&D to develop many of the features found in their Genesis line. They're incorporating these feature sets in their flagship models of whole body vibration machines. All these features are designed to make the machines safer, more efficient, and easier to use. One feature that Vibra spends a great deal of R&D on is vibration dampening. They have external and internal dampening systems on all their Genesis machines. These dampening systems are designed to reduce or even completely eliminate unwanted vibrations from reaching the upper body or head. You can see here in this demonstration of how these dampeners eliminate vibrations from reaching high up on the body. Usually these unwanted vibrations are non-harmonic in nature, and you could call those bad vibrations.
The safest harmonic vibration is a sinusoidal wave, not an erratic wave pattern. And it's this sinusoidal wave that the dampeners pass through, but they trap or refocus other waves.
You may have noticed the new blue anti-shock mats on the Kinetic and Sport machine. These work on the same principle as a vibration dampener. They're designed to help eliminate the non-harmonic vibrations from reaching the upper body. They help increase the effectiveness of the vibrations, while at the same time they reduce the negative effects on soft tissue and joints. Over time, hard vibrations from machines without this dampening system can severely deteriorate the soft tissues found in knee joints. The Genesis Kinetic and the Genesis Sport both incorporate a double upper body strap system. You'll find that many competitor machines only come with a single strap system. Either they provide the soft upper body straps or they provide the hard upper body strap. To really get the best workout, you need both types of strap. The hard straps are a great way to pass the vibrations to the upper body,
whereas the soft straps are a great way to increase the amount of lymphatic drainage that the body is subjected to. Typically, the triplanar machines use the hard straps and the oscillating machines use the soft straps. With the Kinetic and the Sport, you get both.
Handles are handles, right? Well, not really. It's very inexpensive to use open cell foam on handlebars, like competitors do. But open cell foam absorbs and traps water from perspiration. This can lead to mold and bacteria growth. Vibra Pro uses closed cell foam on the Elite and the Sport machines, and they use double-dipped epoxy coatings on the Kinetic machine. Though this is more expensive than open cell foam, it will not allow the growth of bacteria or mold, ever.
These last features I talked about were all about the things you can see, and they can directly affect the workout you receive. But there's other features internally that aren't so much about the quality of the workout you receive, but more about the longevity of the machine and how long they will last.
These are features like the fact that Vibra Pro performs what's called double soldering. Instead of a single soldering of components on the motherboards, these parts are soldered twice, above and below the motherboard. This maintains that the parts are always electronically connected and are far less prone to failures over time. These boards are found inside the base of the machines near the motors. You really can't see them unless you open up the entire machine, but they are there. So competitors tend to save costs by using very inferior parts internally, thinking that their customers will never see inside or know any better. Well, Vibra Pro doesn't work that way. The electronics boards I just mentioned earlier are essentially the speed controllers and provide the power to the motors that drive the motion mechanisms. They tend to get pretty hot, and as with all electronics, the cooler they can be kept, the longer lasting and better performing they will be. Competitors' machines can reach very high temperatures internally, whereas Vibra Pro uses extra cooling tech to maintain lower temperatures.
Speaking of longevity, brings us to the next feature that really separates Vibra Pro from the others: the drive system itself that generates the movement of the platforms. There are some very inexpensive connection systems out there, such as the O-ring system that competitors employ.
Typically, these are prone to premature failure, as there's constant wear and tear on these tiny plastic components. Vibra Pro, however, uses a unique metal bonding process that virtually lasts forever.
It takes very sophisticated and expensive machinery to bind components like this, but it's worth it if you want a properly made unit that works better and will last longer. If you're buying a top-notch vibration machine, why settle for second-rate components? Why? You can always be sure that you're receiving the best internal components and the top-of-the-line features when you purchase from an authorized Vibra Pro dealer. Remember that just because the machine looks like a Vibra Pro on the outside, it isn't a Vibra Pro unless you see the name and the authentic Vibra Pro logo.